Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk all about concealers. So I am 50 years old and showing my age underneath my eyes and darkness and such, and I struggle with concealers. I just know that they're an important part. I've heard that as you get older, you should use less foundation and more concealer to kind of spot treat everything. So although I struggle with concealer, I actually want to use it and I feel like it is helpful for my overall look. So today I was going to share my top 4 with a newcomer that I can't wait to share with you guys that I just discovered. So my top 4, I'm going to kind of give you a little rundown of why I like them, what I think they're good for, and then share a little bit about my newest find. Okay, so the other day, if you watch any of my videos, I did a Clé de Peau beauty and I talked about one of my favorites, which is the Clé de Peau, the concealer. So you guys, this is a repeat purchase. I just, you know what, it's just creamy, lovely. It's very high coverage and I just find that just a little bit goes a long way. It has been reformulated with SPF 25. I'm not actually sure if the old version, maybe it did have SPF 25 and I just didn't realize, but I love it. I'm in the shade Almond. And I had a few of you say that you used to use it, but that you found that it was dry for your under eyes. I'm going to be keeping note on that. One thing that I do like to use is some Super Duty kind of very hydrating eye cream, and then just take a few teeny weeny little dots and use that underneath my eye. But part of the reason I like this so much is that I kind of feel like if I just put a little down the midline of my face in or any areas that need it, it just like super perfects my skin. And I just love that. So I kind of find this as kind of my multi-purpose, not just for under my eyes, but also just concealing around my face. So number 1, love that. Another one that I have had for a while, and I really do love it, is the by Terry Terribly Dans Soleil Concealer. And I'm in shade 4 Medium Peach with this guy. And you guys, this one would probably be the one I would say is the least crease worthy. I love this. So here, number 1 is Almond above. And then I've got Medium Peach. And I just have to say, this is one that I consistently, like when I'm feeling really tired and know I need concealer. So quick caveat, you guys, a lot of times I don't do the extra step of concealer. I often just use my foundation and kind of put it underneath my eyes and hope for the best. But let's say that I'm either being a little bit more proactive or really need it, I will pull out this guy. I just think it is lovely. I think out of all of these, it's the least crease worthy. I just am gonna tell you, I don't think that there is any foundation that is totally crease proof for more mature eyes. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, next one that may be a little bit surprising. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it, but I love it. And that is the Hourglass Veil Retouching Fluid. And maybe that's it, you guys. This might be because this is something that is being described as a touch-up, not necessarily concealer, but you guys, I use it like concealer and I love it. It is very thin. The texture is very thin. This is not going to give you a ton of coverage, but it gives you a little pick-me-up. Almost like, not illuminator, but I just love this. I have it in Sand. And I find that this just works on that kind of, again, where maybe I don't need a whole lot of coverage, but I need a little bit to kind of highlight, lighten up underneath my eyes. Super lovely texture, and again, it's very light and thin, so I just feel like it doesn't cake in my wrinkles. So again, this is another one that I think is awesome and definitely worth checking out. Now, I have been a fan of the Charlotte Tilbury. She used to have another kind of pen style concealer, and then she came out with the Magic Away. And you guys, I actually really love this. I like the stick formula, the sponge. I know some people don't like that part, but I actually like it for the ease. And then I am in shade 5, and that one is right over here. I like it. I think it's just, it really works with a light hand, I should say. I find that this one, they called it Spanx for the eyes. And I actually kind of felt like it was. It is just a really kind of, it has a little bit of grip to it. I really enjoyed that kind of, you know, all over the face. So not just specifically for my eyes, but I liked it down the midline, any place that I wanted to conceal. But I really like the texture of that. So those are kind of my ones, and I'm going to be honest again, you know, none of these I'm like, ooh, I mean, I do like them, but I don't like concealer in general. I love foundation because I can see the results, whereas concealers is something that I feel like sometimes can just completely emphasize my wrinkles. And so that's one where I don't want to draw attention to it, but I do, you know, there is a need for it. Okay, now I'm gonna do one runner up and then my newcomer because I'm like psyched about it. So you guys, I still love the NARS Creamy Concealers. These guys, I have used these for years and years. You know what I'm realizing is that I'm more of a NARS girl than I realized. So, or I feel like since starting YouTube, I've been purchasing more NARS, but these ones I pulled out because this was always one of my favorite concealers from way back when. So this is a repeat purchase. I have it in a couple different colors, but again, maybe I don't love it that much. I do a very light hand underneath my eyes because again, I don't like to draw emphasis to my wrinkles, but I love this for spot concealing. It's full coverage. I still think it's a fantastic product. Now, along that lines, the newcomer is the Armani high coverage stretchable concealer from the Power Fabric line. You guys, this stuff is amazing, and literally Liz is to blame for this. She's a subscriber and my fellow total beauty junkie. All of you guys are, but we have very similar taste, and she was like, believe it or not, I am loving this Power Fabric. Now, I wasn't initially attracted to it because it said it was a matte coverage, and I guess I was worried that that was automatically matte to me. I always think, ooh, that's going to be dry and like really cake up my under eyes. You guys, this has a really, really unique, very unique feel to it. I'm not gonna get too much into this because I'm gonna do a whole a whole try on along with another little fun product from Giorgio Armani. But you guys, this might be, who knows, this could knock this all out. I laughed because I had just repurchased my tried and true Clé de Peau. Always love having this on hand. And then Liz was like, I might want to try this out. So being the junkie that I am, I did. I love it, and I'm going to tell you more about it. And then one other one that I think is worth mentioning, and that is the Glossier, what do they call this? the Glossier Stretch Concealer. So if you're getting a theme, you guys, the ones that I like the most are a little bit more emollient. And I just love this. Now this guy, the only thing about it, it is very creamy and delightful. It is just, you know, it will slide around a little bit. So I kind of like this again to touch up on my skin. It's a great like all over on your face. But this is, I think this is my third pot of this. Like you guys, this is just a very affordable concealer that I think is great, and it really makes your skin look really kind of dewy and glossy. So again, this is kind of along that line, not just for your eyes, but more on your skin as well. It is a really fantastic concealer, but with that one, I'm going to have to set it. That is what's so exciting about this guy. You don't need to set it, and that's one thing that I don't really like to do is put powder under my eyes, but I know that with concealer you kind of need to set it so that it doesn't, you know, move around. So this is why this guy is so amazing. I can't wait for you to see it in action. So you guys, these are my favorite concealers as of right now for more mature skin. And then I will be, things evolve and all of that, but these I really went through because I'm one of those nerds who has to, when I buy a foundation, I tend to buy the concealer that goes with it because, you know, that's just who I am. I like that matchy match, thinking that it's going to really go together. The formulations are gonna mesh together. So anyways, I hope this was helpful. And again, I will be back with a little teaser video. We're gonna be getting into a little bit of Giorgio Armani Power Fabric. So hang loose with that and have a great day.